The alpha and beta females are patrolling on both sides of the topi herds. With a short rush, the alpha female attacks a calf. The beta female rushes an adult, but without the gripping claws of the cats, her only weapon is her jaws. She must bind the topi with the first bite if she is to be successful. It has been a year since the hyenas have hunted sleeping topi successfully, and their skills must be relearned. After several hours, the two mothers have had no success. But perseverance and patience are two of their great attributes. In this unique sequence, the alpha female locks her jaws to the groin of the topi. The powerful neck enables her to maintain a vice-like grip. Her oversized forequarters give her incredible leverage. Only the neck of a hyena could withstand the twisting and wrenching as she tenaciously holds on. The beta female has heard the topi's distress calls and responds. Together, both mother and daughter seal the fate of their victim. Interestingly, no other member of the herd attempts to assist the unfortunate topi. The hyena's acute sense of hearing soon brings in the rest of the clan. The carcass is scattered far and wide, but it's not only the hyena and vultures who will benefit from the kill. The local warthogs move in and feed on the digested grass from the stomach of the topi. For the topi is short, and the hyena females must hunt efficiently during this time. But unknown to them, things were about to change. A pride of lions, fierce competitors, and dangerous enemies moves into the area. Some of the topi have wounds from previous attacks and are now alert. Bull topi aggressively moves the beta female well away from his cows and young calves. From the ridge, an audience watches. beta female targets a young topee. She waits for it to lie down. Now, watch the different technique. Head down, tail tucked in, body compacted. This is something rarely seen, a stalking hyena. Because the calf's horns are poorly developed, she goes for the neck bite. Within seconds, the alpha female is on the scene to back up her daughter. The topee female tries desperately to defend her calf, but her horns are not effective, and her thrusts are ineffectual against the tenacious attackers. Within minutes, the other members of the clan are on the scene. But they are not the only interested parties. The hyenas think about harassing the lioness, but with the collective strength of the pride moving in, it would be no contest. With the limited meat available, it is not long before vicious fighting breaks out among the pride. Undeterred by the theft of her kill by the lions, the beta female strikes again. The still hungry lions don't let another opportunity go by. The classic roles of the super predators have been reversed. Hyenas, the predators. Lions, the scavengers. For the enormous effort the hyenas have put into the hunt, they have had little reward. They will have to hunt again tonight. A female leopard waits for the cover of darkness. She moves toward a herd of impala she has targeted. The hyena females change their tactics and move away from the threat of the lions to the woodlands, which also provide better cover for them after dark. The mothers know that by splitting up, they will become more efficient as hunters and scavengers in this type of habitat. A reflective retina called the tapetum gives the hyena excellent night vision. Swiftly and silently, the leopard kills the impala with a suffocating bite to the throat. She drags it to the base of the tree, ready for hoisting. But here she makes a critical mistake. She begins to feed to lighten the load. The acute hearing of the alpha female detects the sound of the feeding. 30 pounds heavier, she dominates the leopard. One call to the beta female, and she and another subordinate female are quickly on the scene. The hyenas feed rapidly. And then an interesting thing happens. The alpha female removes the carcass, carrying it in her powerful jaws. Through the night, she carries it a distance of 5.5 miles, and by dawn, she reaches the den. The beta female does not return to her cubs, but instead hides a leg from the kill in a pool of water, which masks the scent of the meat. She will return to it later. But tragedy has struck at the den site. One of the delta female's cubs has been killed by lions. Lions account for over 50% of all hyena deaths. The delta female, in trying to protect the cubs, has also been mauled to death. The surviving cub inspects the body of his fallen brother. From now on, he is an orphan. The loss of a cub is not that serious, but the death of an experienced hunter and reproductive female is a severe setback to the clan. The females return to hunting topi in the grasslands. A wandering nomadic lioness sees an opportunity. But this time, there are no other lions to support her. With a few calls, the hyenas summon assistance. Now they have the advantage in numbers. They begin to harass the lioness, both physically and vocally. Are waiting for the mothers to return. The den is at the core of the clan's territory. Narrow tunnels excavated in the termite mound prevent any animal larger than themselves from entering. Ancestors of the hyena were large dog-like creatures called hyena dogs. They roamed the earth some 20 million years ago. Another ancestor, Pachycrocuta, weighed over 400 pounds and had jaws that could splinter the bones of elephants. The spotted hyena can be found all over Africa south of the Sahara, with the exception of tropical rainforests, high mountain ranges, and extreme deserts. Here in the East African grasslands, hyenas are the most abundant carnivores. Their social system is a matriarchal one. The females, 12% heavier than the males, are stronger and more dominant. The males can only dominate a larger female by ganging up against her in an act called baiting. The act of mating is very brief, largely due to the male's instinctive fear of the uncooperative female. Two females from the resident clan are out hunting in the grasslands. The older, more experienced female, the leader of the clan and the more dominant of the two, is known as the alpha female. The other, her 6-year-old daughter, is the beta female. She ranks second in the clan's hierarchy. At a distance of roughly 5 miles, their acute eyesight picks up vultures descending, indicating that meat is available. Together, they dominate a clan of 30 other males and females of all ages. Their loping run quickly brings them to an elephant carcass, but they are not the first. Another predator has already removed the tusks. The hyenas tolerate the vultures. There's no point in spending valuable time and energy chasing them. For them, obtaining meat as swiftly as possible while the opportunity exists is the top priority. They delve deep into the carcass for the vitamin-enriched internal organs. Unlike humans, they are able to cope with the overpowering stench. But it is the jaw structure that scientists believe is the key to the hyena's success. The jaw is made up of a combination of specialized teeth, all complementing each other in a compact design. At the back are the carnassials, which cut through skin and sinew like an oversized pair of scissors. The double-edged reinforced molars can crush bone far beyond that of any other predator. The incisors in front strip meat from the bone, while the hyena's strong neck and shoulders give them great leverage. Aided by powerful cheek muscles, they can exert an incredible 1,700 pounds of pressure per square inch. The relationship between the hyenas and vultures is a symbiotic one. The vultures have led the hyenas to the food source, and in turn, the hyenas will provide them with bone fragments rich in calcium, necessary to produce strong eggs and chicks. These fragments are often regurgitated. The hair acts as roughage, assisting digestion. The strong acidic juices and hydrochloric acid reduce bone to a white calcium powder, which, when passed through the system, is used to mark territorial boundaries. These are called latrines. Another predator has seen the vultures descending. The lion, although a supreme hunter, will scavenge when the opportunity arises. The lion has a different behavioral pattern. It will not tolerate any other competitor at the carcass. The lioness does the chasing. However, the much larger and stronger males feed first. Only when the males are satisfied does the rest of the pride approach. In spite of an abundance of meat, fighting breaks out. Something rarely seen among hyenas. With so many lions dominating the carcass, the hyenas head back to their cubs in the woodland. The females call the cubs out of the narrow tunnels. The alpha female lies in the middle of the den. She has one 4-month-old female cub. 2 females were born, but the firstborn killed her sister in an act called siblicide. Born with eyes open and well-developed teeth, hyena cubs are extremely aggressive at birth. The beta female has 2 6-month-old cubs, one of them a male, the other a female. Both have survived. On the periphery of the den is one of the subordinate females. the delta female. She too is a daughter of the alpha female, but from another litter of cubs. Her 2 male cubs are now 7 months old. At 2 years of age, they will eventually leave the clan in search of prospective mates. Hyena mothers can carry large supplies of milk, and cubs have been observed to suckle for up to 1.5 hours. This is because if times are hard, the females may be away for several days. On occasion, the mothers have been observed suckling the cubs of another female, although this is rare. After feeding, the cubs play around the den. Even at this young age, they chew sticks, which will help develop their massive jaws as they grow. The topi are back to their vigilant selves, and the migrating zebra and wildebeest have not yet arrived. It is a lean time, and the hyena's ingenuity and opportunism is tested to the limit. The alpha female searches for catfish in a drying pool. An injured white stork is not much of a meal. Once again, their incredible jaws ensure their survival as they extract dried marrow and fat in bones discarded in better times. The hyena even resorts to eating other dead predators. A rotting crocodile, a dead cheetah, and even a decomposing lion provide them with valuable nutrition during these lean periods. Back at the den, the cubs resort to eating insects and termites. The den is a meeting place for the clan members who converge from all over the territory to reestablish their rank and social status within the clan's hierarchy. In addition, information among clan members is shared. The alpha female sniffs a subordinate female, and with her acute sense of smell, is able to analyze that a source of food is available. She backtracks along the scent trail to its eventual source, a buffalo killed by lions. Ironically, the lions who have previously been a hindrance are now an asset. The hunter-scavenger roles are once again reversed. Within minutes, other clan members also congregate at the kill. The erect forward-facing tails clearly signal to other members the potential danger. It is now critical that the hyenas assess the situation carefully and correctly. well fed, but the clan has the advantage in numbers. A feeding frenzy ensues as individuals consume up to 40 pounds of meat, 1/3 of their body weight. The zebra migration has begun. Having journeyed over 600 miles from the dry eastern plains of the Great Serengeti, the large herds migrate into the Mara in search of greener pastures. Now the hyenas change their hunting strategy and pack together to tackle the newcomers. The zebra adults at over 500 pounds are at the limit of the hyena's range of prey animals. The hyenas approach, seeking out the weak and the young. The alpha and beta females launch the attack and attempt to split a foal away from the herd. In a coordinated defense, the adult mares run along either side of the foal while the stallion guards the rear. His flying hooves and sharp teeth are effective weapons. Zebras are one of the few herbivorous animals known to use their teeth in self-defense. Alpha and beta females decide it is not worth spending any more energy on this hunt. The zebras are the winners, for now. Plan. A hunting expedition leads them into enemy territory. The residents locate the scent trail and show alarm by raising their tails. Immediately, they reinforce their own scent by pawing the ground, by exuding scent from digital glands, and by marking grass stalks with a white, strong-smelling substance from their anal glands, an act called pasting. They will not tolerate any intrusion and quickly locate the trespassers. The lines for battle are drawn. The two clans are evenly matched. It's in no one's interest to be injured or killed. As long as they stand together, they are safe. The intruding clan is at a psychological disadvantage and finally withdraws. The victors then corner the beta female. Isolated from her group, her only defense is to sit on her haunches to protect her vulnerable rear end. Fortunately for her, the grassland clan soon loses interest. She follows the scent trail of her companions and calls to relocate them. She lowers her head to bounce and project the call off the ground. million migrating wildebeest provide another food source for the hyenas, who now adopt a totally new hunting technique. The alpha female watches the migration. With years of experience in hunting the wildebeest, she is able to pinpoint any subtle weaknesses among them. She runs from herd to herd, testing them for any signs of weakness. Compare this to the stalk and rush of the sleeping topi. Her experience and instinct tell her which animal to isolate. A subordinate adult is forced away from its herd. The alpha female locks onto her target. From now on, she will not deviate. Her endurance is second only to the wild dog. She will run at between 30 to 40 miles per hour over a distance of 1.5 to 2.5 miles. She has a high heart-to-body ratio. It is a patient process, almost as if she knows that there will be only one result. Eventually, the exhausted wildebeest can go no further. It is put down. There is no killing bite. It is simply eaten alive. Not pretty, but extremely efficient. It is believed that a shock mechanism intervenes and the wildebeest feels no pain. The hunt has taken 48 minutes from start to finish. The hyena has the greatest predatory impact on the huge numbers of wildebeest, and they are largely responsible for keeping wildebeest populations at a healthy level by removing the sick and the weak. Opportunist lives out here in the grasslands of East Africa, and like the hyena, coexists with the wild animals.
We the Maasai, since long ago, have lived here amongst the wild animals. Our land is their land, and when the rains come, our cattle and the wild animals grow fat. When the rain ends, the land dries, and some of our cattle and some of the wild animals will die. This is the way of our God, Ngai.
Maasai have learned to understand the hyena's role as a scavenger. When a cow dies, they leave the body out to be disposed of by the hyena. They have known for ages what we are only just discovering, that the hyena can feed off the carcasses of animals that have died of fatal and highly contagious viruses, such as anthrax and foot and mouth disease, without contracting the virus themselves. It appears that the hyenas are nature's agents for controlling these epidemics. legend tells of how a Maasai warrior made a pact with a hyena to spare its life, and in return, the hyena promised to show him the secrets of the wild. But the warrior broke his promise and killed the hyena before the secrets could be revealed, and so that knowledge was lost forever. Within this ancient myth, is there a question for us? Are we killing the planet before it has revealed its secrets? Today, modern man threatens all life support systems on Earth. The human population, now 6 billion, has the potential to reach 8 billion in just 30 years. Modern industrial man consumes 80% of the world's finite resources, to the detriment of all other species with whom he shares the planet. This planet has survived many crises and natural disasters. It is certain that she will ensure her own survival. She will tolerate only those that live on a sustainable basis with her and her creatures. Those like the hyena that take only what they need and no more. Leopards, the ultimate stalkers, hunt alone, capturing small to medium-sized prey. The cheetah, fastest of all cats, is rated one of the most successful of all predators. Wild dogs, with their cooperative hunting techniques and great stamina, are also extremely efficient hunters. In the lakes and rivers, the Nile crocodile performs the roles of both hunter and scavenger. It is in this illustrious company that the hyena lives and competes so successfully. In fact, of the land predators, the hyena is considered to be second only to the lion. How does the hyena achieve such a high status? It has neither the strength of the lion nor the speed of the cheetah. It has no claws like the cats and is unable to climb like the leopard. It has none of the streamlined athletic appearances of its fellow predators. How then does this shuffling bear-like animal compete with the best? The answer lies in its intelligence, its adaptability, and its savage will to survive.